வணக்கம், உங்க பேரு?
வணக்கம்ங்க, என் பேர் வந்து சிந்து ராதாகிருஷ்ணன்.
உங்களை எங்கேயோ பார்த்த மாதிரி இருக்கே.
இது உனக்கே ஓவரா இல்ல? தாய், நீ தான் என்ன 10 மாசம் சுமந்து பெத்த தாய்.
நான் மட்டும்தான் என்னமோ 10 மாசம் சுமந்து பெத்தா மாதிரியும், இந்த அரங்கத்துல இருக்க தாய்மார்கள்லாம் என்னமோ முட்டை போட்டு கொஞ்சம் பறிச்சா மாதிரியும். என்ன சிந்து இது?
இவ்வளவு டென்ஷன் என்ன உனக்கு? ஷோ ஆரம்பிக்கணும், அவ்வளவுதானே? ஆரம்பிச்சிருவோம்.
வெல்கம் பண்ண.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to every single one of you here, and a warm welcome on behalf of the Ottawa Tamil Sangam for the beautiful celebration of the festival of Pongal.
சிந்து, பொங்கல்னா என்ன?
யோசிப்போம். தெரியுமே, நீ வந்து சுட சுட முந்திரி தந்திரி எல்லாம் போட்டு பொங்கல் சட்னியோட பண்ணுவேன் அதானே அப்படின்னு சொல்றேன் எதிர்பார்த்தேன். ஆனா அப்படி இல்லை, எனக்கு தெரியும் பொங்கல்னா ஒரு பண்டிகை, எங்களுக்கும் தெரியும்ல.
அப்படின்னா அது என்னன்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கலாம்.
கேள்வி கேட்கறது எவ்வளவு ஈஸி தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? முதல்ல நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு நீங்களே பதில் சொல்லுங்க பாப்போம்.
தெரியலன்றது டிசைனா டைப்பா அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்றா பாருங்க. சரி, நானே சொல்லிடுறேன். நண்பர்களே, தமிழ்நாட்டுல பரவலா பல பண்டிகைகள் கொண்டாடப்பட்டாலும் மிக முக்கியமாகவும் பாரம்பரியமாகவும் கொண்டாடப்படும் பண்டிகை பொங்கல். உழவர்கள் வந்து தங்கள் விளை நிலங்களில் விளைந்த பயிர்களை அறுவடை செய்யும் காலமாக தை மாதம் இருந்தது. அந்த அறுவடையை தான் தை மாதத்துல பொங்கல் வச்சு கொண்டாடுறாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்ல, அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட விளைச்சலுக்கு ரொம்ப உதவி செஞ்ச சூரியன் இயற்கைக்கும் கூடவே உழைத்த மாடுகளுக்கும் நன்றி சொல்லும் வகையில 4 நாட்கள் விமர்சையா கொண்டாடுவாங்க. முதல்ல போகி பொங்கல், தை பொங்கல், மாட்டு பொங்கல், காணும் பொங்கல். இப்படி தமிழர்களின் வாழ்வில் இருந்து பிரிக்கவே முடியாத தை திருநாளாம் உழவர் திருநாளாம் இந்த பொங்கல் திருநாளுக்கு இந்த அரங்கத்தில் உள்ள அத்தனை பேரையும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்று மகிழ்கின்றது ஆட்டுவா தமிழ்ச்சங்கம். வெண்பொங்கலின் சுவை போல, சர்க்கரை பொங்கலின் இனிப்பு போல நம் எல்லோருடைய வாழ்க்கையிலும் காதலும் இன்பமும் மகிழ்ச்சியும் மட்டுமே மலரட்டும் என்று கூட நம்ம எல்லாம் வாழ்த்தி மொழிகின்றது ஆட்டுவா தமிழ்ச்சங்கம்.
இப்ப ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா?
ஆரம்பிச்சிருமா?
பேசிட்டே இருக்கேன், நானும்
பேசுமா
அப்படிங்கிற. சரி, ஓகே, கேட்டேன். என்ன சொல்றதுன்னு தெரியல. திருப்பி சொல்லிடுவோம். இண்டி அம்மா என்ன சொன்னாலோ, if any one of you missed, it is a great pleasure to have every one of you, and we'd like to welcome every single one of you. Thank you for making the time today. Thank you for dressing up and looking amazing. Give a big round of applause for yourself, guys. Thank you. I think it is now time to welcome the chief guest.
Yes.
We would now like to welcome our chief guest, His Excellency Sanjay Kumar Verma, the High Commissioner of India, and our dear generous sponsors, without whom the show would not have been possible. Thank you very much. And our sponsors for today are Sujata Kumaraswamy, Kulotungan Sachi, Tanjay Kumaresh, Spice World. Yes, please, thank you. A big round of applause. None of this would have been possible without their generous help and support and their presence today. ICICI Representative Karthik, Devendran Devaraj, Sujata Ranga, and Ranga Vijay, and we'd like to invite all of you on stage to please light the lamps at this moment. A big round of applause, everyone. Thank you.
நாம் முக்கிய விருந்தினர்கள் அனைவரையும் நாம் மேடை கழித்து குத்துவிளக்கேற்றி இந்த விழாவை இனிதே துவங்கி வைக்குமாறு அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Thank you very much for making it this far and lighting the lamp. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here. Now, the dignitaries will be honored in the traditional Tamil Nadu style by Pattu Salvai or Bonade ceremony. We request Devendra to do the honors for the High Commissioner. We request Mrs. Sujata Ranga to give the gift hamper to the High Commissioner. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. None of this would have been possible without our honorable guests. We request Devagan to do the honors for We request Sujata Ranga to do the honors for Sujata Kumaraswamy. We request Ranga Vijay to do the honors for Tanjay Kulesh. We also request Ranga Vijay to do the honors for ICICI. Thank you very much, everyone. We would like to thank, at this point, all of our sponsors, Remax, Kulotham Mortgages, Tanjay Group of Companies, ICICI Bank, and Spice World Canada. Thank you. A big round of applause, people. Absolutely, a big round of applause. We would like to request you to take your seats, and we would like to hear a few words from our High Commissioner. Thank you for gracing this event, and a few thoughts, please.
Friends, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting me over here. Dr. Devendran Devraj, the President of Ottawa Sangam, the organizing team, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to be here with you when you are celebrating one of the finest cultural events that India has to offer, which is Pongal. And we all partake the cultural essence, the cultural spirit of leaving behind the old thoughts, leaving behind the old habits and picking up new. When we talk of picking up new, I generally would urge all of us to start talking about something which is new to all of us and which is New India. New India is a narrative. New India has contents which are very progressive. New India has contents which has put India in limelight on the global stage. And New India is an entity which today is looked upon as one of the world leaders in the world. So therefore, children who are here, who were not as fortunate as their parents to have visited India many times, please try to acquaint yourself with the land of your ancestors, or those who are first generation, your own land, and then you'll realize what we are talking about. Canada is a great place. It has got the kind of multiculturalism, the kind of pluralism which one would expect from a vibrant democracy. But please don't forget, your own land does not represent anything less. All of us have various identities, and we work in various roles in our societies, in our families, and for our nation. So we have an identity of a brother, a sister, a father, a son, a daughter. We have another identity of a Tamil, a Telugu, a Malayali, a Bihari, a Yupaite. Then we have overarching identity of being an Indian or being an Indo-Canadian. That identity trumps everything else, and therefore all other identities which are below this in hierarchy has to lead towards giving you the identity of being an Indian or being an Indo-Canadian. But mind you, in both the phrases, the key word happens to be India. So please try to understand the New India, its directions, and what does the future hold, not only for India, but also for us, all Indians, all Indo-Canadians. When we succeed, each of us independently, collectively India succeeds. But please also keep in mind, when India succeeds, all of us succeed as well. And therefore, it is very important that we understand this symbiotic relationship between our land and ourselves. We reach out to the identity which I just talked about of being an Indian or Indo-Canadian, and therefore, that is the epitome which all of us would aspire to reach. Many a times I hear from many other foreign nationals as well, saying that, what has happened to India? Why India is being talked about so much globally? Because today's India is aspirational, today's India is ambitious, and today's India is somewhat trying to reach out to a position which India held thousands of years ago. Professionals, doctors, engineers, lawyers, if you look at various ecosystems in the world, all of you are very much ingrained in that ecosystem, and those ecosystems have something to do with you when it succeeds. When you walk on the street, you represent India, not me. When I go most of the places, I'm escorted. I see what I'm expected to see. But when you are on the street, you see what is there in reality to see and observe. I'll be very glad if you find that we as the government representative, though as an ambassador, I represent both the people and the government of India. If we need to do something better to meet the expectations of not only yours, but also to match up with the image of New India. And we'll be very glad to try and reach there. Sometimes we will fail, we will acknowledge, but probably sometimes we will succeed as well. And it will be a proud moment for all of us. Once again, thank you very much. I didn't want it to be so long. All of you are waiting for some wonderful performances here. Once again, I wish you all the best for Pongal, but also for the new things which are there to come in our lives, day after day, hour after hour, second after second. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very kind of you. And it's interesting how he talked about New India, and yet we want to go back to what India represented to us a long time ago. This is the essence of Pongal, isn't it? We want to keep aside old thoughts, old ideologies, but come back into a new version, but a new, better version, probably taking inspiration from what we did in the past. So thank you very much, sir. It was a point well taken, and thank you very much for reminding us. As a general reminder, the green rooms are rooms 162 and 163. They should be to your left. If you're looking at it from the registration room, it should be straight over from the registration room. Take a first left, walk past the blue lockers, and you will see you will see 4 blue double doors. Once you go past that, you will see green rooms or classrooms 162 and 163. You should be able to use that as the green rooms. A gentle reminder to all of the participants, if your shows are up next, please ensure that you are backstage at least 5 minutes before the show begins, and please enter the stage over on the right side.
மண்ணை உழுது வியர்வை சிந்தி விதைகளுக்கு உயிர் கொடுத்து மனித இனம் காக்கும் கடவுளான அந்த